Hello, my friend, and welcome to Pro Wrestling Daily. My name is Aaron Machbitz. So let's make some predictions for Saturday night's main event, which happens July 12th in Atlanta, Georgia, headlined by Gunther versus Goldberg. We know also on July 12th, the AEW All-In show is happening. There's also an NXT Great American Bash. So it's a massive day for professional wrestling. And then tomorrow we come back and we have the Evolution pay-per-view or PLE number 2. But let's talk about Saturday night's main event. Let's make some predictions right now. Let's start with Solo and Jimmy Uso. I think Solo is going to retain his championship. He's going to have a very, very long run. Not very, very long, but he's going to have a long run. I don't think Solo is ever a person who's going to reach the same level he was at when he was feuding with Roman Reigns, when he had the original bloodline, when he had all of those things going for him, when he was, wrestling Roman Reigns in the debut episode of Raw on Netflix. Like, it's not going to get bigger than that. And so I think with his team, with his new quote-unquote bloodline, and all these sort of very charisma-less characters, sorry to say, that he has in his team, he has the most charisma. Solo does. Good thing he's the leader of that group. This is going to be sort of the peak of his career. He's going to be like an upper mid-card guy. I don't believe Jimmy Uso will ever win a singles championship. When he gets back together with his brother Jay, they will win tag team gold again. They're one of the best tag teams of all time. It's not Jimmy's time to win a singles championship. Solo just got it. They added new members to his group. They're going to continue having him as United States champion. This is his best work. Maybe he can make the United States championship something that's worthy, kind of like the women have done with the Intercontinental Championship on Raw. But he has a new group. Solo's going to win. They're going to use some shenanigans like they always do. And Solo Sikoa is going to retain his United States Championship. And he's going to hold it for a long time. And it's going to be, in my opinion, if I had to rate his overall run by the time it finishes, I would say it's going to be like a 6 out of 10. I want it to be a 9 out of 10. I want the United States Championship to be very, very prestigious. But I just don't think that's going to happen. Then we move on to the next match, which is LA Knight versus Seth Rollins. This match has the potential to steal the show. I think all of these matches, this is probably the best card we've seen for a Saturday night's main event. And before you get your blow up on the internet wrestling community, there is no women's matches on this show because there is a full women's PLE on Sunday. Some people are probably still upset. Why isn't there a women's match at Saturday night's main event? They don't treat women well. Whatever. Be quiet. There's a whole PLE for the women on Sunday, Evolution 2. And so Saturday night's main event has 4 really, really good matches. And we move on to the next one, which is LA Knight versus Seth Rollins. I would absolutely love to see LA Knight pick up a huge win right here. But I just don't think that's going to happen. I do not think that is going to happen. I think Seth Rollins and company, the Seth Riders, whatever you want to call them, are going to pick up the win. This is going to be a really, really good match. This is also another test for LA Knight to see if he can go with one of the best in the company. Of course, Seth Rollins has pull. He has creative control. He can say who he wants to wrestle. He has all those sorts of things in the back. He has creative input, not creative control. Ultimately, it's the decision of WWE and TKO what actually happens, and he gets told what to do. But he does have creative input, and he can say things, and he can make suggestions and opinions. And so going to toe-to-toe with someone in the ring really gives you a feel for them. They've been feuding. Things have been going well. LA Knight is extremely over. People believe he should be a world champion. I think he's just an upper sort of mid-card guy, kind of like your Rowdy Roddy Pipers, where he's just really good all the time, really over. People enjoy watching him wrestle. He can feud with anyone. He can communicate. He can communicate and have a promo with anyone. I don't think he wins this match. And maybe this feud continues on to SummerSlam, potentially. If it does, then I think they see bigger plans for LA Knight. But maybe you might see also a Seth Rollins cash in later, which I'll discuss in a second. But I think Seth Rollins picks up the win versus LA Knight. And then you have an absolute another monster mash of Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre. WWE television is way better with Drew McIntyre on it. We saw on Friday Night SmackDown, Drew McIntyre just absolutely clobber Randy Orton with a Claymore kick from behind, with Jelly Roll, with Logan Paul. I think this match is going to end in sort of a schmoz, but if I had to pick if there was a clean winner, it would be Drew McIntyre, so we can sort of continue seeing this crash out of Randy Orton, where eventually he loses his mind because he can't win a match and he punts someone in the freaking head, whether it's Drew McIntyre, Cody Rhodes, John Cena, someone's getting punted in the head. It's not going to be Logan Paul. Someone is going to get punted in the head because of Randy Orton's crash out, and we can continue this crash out by Drew McIntyre beating him in front of Jelly Roll, which I think we're going to see Jelly Roll and Randy Orton versus Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre at SummerSlam. And I think this is cool. The whole segment with Jelly Roll on Friday Night SmackDown, the July 11th edition of Friday Night SmackDown, was awesome. It was really well executed. Jelly Roll seemed really in the present moment. He was really fired up. He did everything perfectly. Randy Orton came down the ramp fired up. Logan Paul's promo was really good. Drew McIntyre was there. The whole fight was there. Threw him to the ground. The whole thing was set up perfectly. WWE has been using celebrity appearances since Mr. T at like WrestleMania 1 or some crazy shit. If you don't like it, like that's your cup of tea, but they always will use celebrity appearances. It has nothing to do with TKO. Vince McMahon was doing it. All of them have been doing it since all of time to garner a different sort of fan base, to get eyes, media attention. It's a really good strategy. Some of these celebrity appearances don't hit. They suck. Some of them really do hit. Pat McAfee, for one, really did hit. Jelly Roll really did hit. Awesome stuff from Jelly Roll, and I'm actually kind of excited about that tag team match at SummerSlam of Randy Orton and Jelly Roll versus Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. Then hopefully that catapults then Drew McIntyre maybe back into the world title picture, which is where he should be. He's one of the best WWE superstars. He's one of the best professional wrestlers on the planet. He deserves everything and more, and I'd love for him to be the one that dethrones Gunther. That would be awesome. Drew McIntyre-Gunther clash would be incredible. We know at some point Randy Orton's going to crash out, he's going to punt, and he's going to go into a long feud with Cody Rhodes. Maybe for the championship, maybe not. But that's my prediction there. And then the main event of this Saturday night's main event, the July 12th Saturday night's main event, is going to be Goldberg versus Gunther in Goldberg's what he claims to be his final match. If it is his final match, then Gunther is going to squash him in 3 minutes. This is what actually should happen if you want to, again, elevate Gunther even more to the superstar and the powerhouse and the dominator that he is. This match can't last longer than 5 minutes. Goldberg is physically incapable of wrestling longer than 5 minutes. He hasn't even wrestled longer than 5 minutes when he was in peak physical condition in 1998. All of these matches that he's had have always been short. One, because he can't really wrestle. He only has 3 moves, and now he's really old. He's physically incapable. We've seen him walk down the ramp, throw one punch, and he's profusely sweating like a crazy person, right? So this match is not going to be very long. I really hope that Gunther wins. He just clobbers him with a clothesline, a big boot, and it's over, and we see Goldberg just sort of ride off a muscle car into the sunset. Beautiful day. Gunther raises the hand. It's not going to happen. I just have a feeling that Goldberg is going to win, and he's going to win very quickly, and then we're going to see Seth Rollins come out and cash in his Money in the Bank briefcase. I just don't know if WWE would want to do that cash in at a Saturday night's main event but they would do it because they want to steal the thunder away from AEW, right? AEW has a great show that ends like right before Saturday night main event start, and then we have a pretty good Saturday night's main event. Then it ends with Goldberg beating Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. Then Seth Rollins cashing in his Money in the Bank briefcase. All of the conversation would be about WWE, and that's what WWE wants. And so I think that might happen. What I want to happen is Gunther stands tall at the end of the show, absolutely clobbered, dominated, and squashed Goldberg, and we never have to see him again in a WWE ring, and he can go be with his family and have a beautiful life and all that amazing things that come with being Goldberg. But that's what I think is going to happen at Saturday night's main event. Let me know in the comments down below what you think might happen, and then come back here for some reactions after the show, after another weekend, of course, after Evolution 2 and all of these great things. But like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Lots of love. Cheers.